This video will show you how you can create a web page in less than an hour, even if you are a beginner with no experience at all. This is also suitable for someone who do not have a web page builder to create opt-in page, landing page, sales page, and so on yet, who is paying a subscription fee for a page builder, who do not have any web page or design experience, who do not want to waste money to hire web page designers, and who is stuck with using clunky WordPress. And finally, who wants to start marketing online with professional web pages. So enjoy this video. Hi, in this video, I'm going to show you how to use the Mastermind Page Builder on how you can build an opt-in page extremely quick, probably if you're a newbie, in just an hour or so. And also how to use the Mastermind Page Builder where you can create content pages, thank you pages, sales pages, pre-sale pages, all kind of web pages that you can use for your internet marketing business. If that's it, let me just go ahead and log in from here. Now you can ignore these projects that I had. These are my past projects. So if you want to go ahead and create one new one, all you need to do is click on create project. And then you just go ahead and choose the templates that we have prepared for you. Now you can also go by category if you already know what you want to build. In the first demo, I'm going to show you how to build an opt-in page, basically a web page to capture leads. So you can go with the categories as what I shared with you earlier, or you can go ahead and click on the templates. I'm going to go ahead and click on the template because I want to show you some specific way or specific templates of opt-in pages that I'll recommend you to use. So you can click on this one, and then it will show to you how does the template looks like. Now, what happened is that the template is lengthy simply because we want to add all the options inside. And if you don't need them, then you just need to delete them. I mean, it's better for us to add in all the elements in the template so that you can just go ahead and delete them rather than go and add them by yourself. Make sense? Anyway, let's go ahead and click on use blueprint. And I'm going to say put here walkthrough, right? As in like this is a walkthrough project. Click on confirm. Now just so you know, you will be able to build the page much more faster. It's just that I'm walking you through. Therefore, after I've created it, I actually take the time to explain to you. So this is what I mean by it's easier for you to delete than to add by yourself. I mean, that's the whole purpose of having a template. So if you do not have a logo, then you can just go ahead and click on this and delete it off. But if you have a logo or you want to add a logo, then all you need to do is click on here and select this icon here, and then you can just drop and drag your own logo. Straightforward, right? Very simple. Let me just go ahead and click this, and this is where your headline is. Now, the power of this system is that it is meant for those who have no experience with graphic designs or web page designs and so on. So it is templates driven so that there's very minimal rooms for errors. So imagine this, if there are like all kinds of variations that you can do with the web page, guess what? If you do not have the experience with graphic design or web page building, chances are it will turn out to look very amateurish. So we have already given to you the font type, the font size, and you can just go ahead and edit accordingly, right? And you can customize it to change color, the font type, and so on. It's totally up to you. If you want to change the color, then you can just change the color. If you want to change the font size, you can click here and you can make it bigger or smaller. It's up to you. So you get what I mean, right? If you highlight this, then this will appear and you can change this accordingly. That's it. If you want to hyperlink the headline, you just click here, but obviously you're not doing that. I'm just trying to explain to you that you can edit it any way you like. And if you just want to have the background color for the top here to be different, then just go ahead and click here and then choose color, and I can change it accordingly. See what I mean? All right. I'm just going to leave it there so that you can visualize that you can go ahead and change the background color as you like. So here should be your e-cover. So let's say this is an opt-in page and you are giving away, say, free ebook. Well, you should replace this with an ebook cover. Now, what if you do not have, say, any image or an e-cover? That's okay. I'll show you a different templates later on. But right now, we're just gonna go ahead with here, and this is where you have further text, and then you can have further text here, call to action, and you can change the font color. You can change the size. So let's say I want to change this to 24 will be just fine, right? So what you can do with the opt-in function here is what we call two-step opt-in. So this call to action button, you can go ahead and click here and click on the link here, and you can enable a pop-up feature, and then you click here and then you do the design here, and you can select the templates that we have already given to you, select, and this comes up. Now of course, same thing, you can go here and edit accordingly as how you want it to be. I'll click close. So right now when someone comes here and they click, a pop-up will appear for them to opt in. That's cool, right? So if you want to change the design for the button, no problem, click here and then you can change the color accordingly. So if you want blue, then change to blue, and so forth. Make sense? Right. So now if I click on this setting here, I can further customize it. I can do a large button, full, suitable based on the font size. It's totally up to you how you want to do it. So just to demo to you how it looks like, I will go ahead and save. And then I will click the button preview here. Alright, so here we go. And then if I click here, as you can see the pop-up appears, and I'll share with you how easy it is for you to create this opt-in function shortly. Let me just go ahead and close here. Right now, as you can see here, the design doesn't look nice because the ear cover almost touch a headline, right? So I'm going to show you how to edit that so easy. First, I'll need to go back to the editor. And here, what you can do is that you can click this plus button. And then you can add, say, a spacer. And this spacer, you can control the size, like how tall you want it to be. Let's say I'll say 30%. Okay, so I will go ahead and save again. Preview right now. And as you can see, now we have space. See how easy it is to use the page. And let's go back to the editor. Now the rest of this, if you don't need them, you can just delete it off. And do you need all of this? If you don't need this, same thing, you can just go ahead and delete them off. So here will be an elaborated content. If you have anything else you want to add on the opt-in page, you can do here. We have some basic designs here, but you do not need to use this at all. We're just going to show to you how it works, right? So now we're going to delete off some of the columns that we don't use. All right, so let's say we don't need to use, we don't need this column, right? Then just go ahead and delete the whole column. If you do not need this column, well, you can just go ahead and delete this column as well. As you can see, it's very straightforward, right? So the other cool feature is this appearance here, where it helps you to update the entire website very quick. So you can also play around with this color. So it's sort of its own AI to decide for you the kind of color background that you want. So if you choose specific one, then it sort of blend in for you accordingly. Then of course, this is the font type. It's quite self-explanatory. The amazing part of Mastermind Page Builder, it's created with the mind of simplicity. This is not about creating like a super advanced website where there are all these bells and whistles. No, we're putting all of the functions that allows you to deploy your web page as quick as possible and in the most user-friendly ever. So that you will not get overwhelmed like how to use the tool. But when you have this, you can actually start and build your web page. Now, what if you don't want to use the template and you want to build your own opt-in page? Let me show you how fast you can actually do this. I'll go ahead and close this page right now. And I'll go back to the dashboard. Now, I'll go ahead and delete this since we are not going to use this anymore. And let's just do a new opt-in page, right? So there's this new project called, let's say, we're going to call it walkthrough number 2. So let me just go ahead and start with a blank page. Walkthrough 2. Confirm. Okay, so now everything is totally empty. Right now, let me just show you how fast it is. Go ahead and click this icon. And now it's going to be templates driven to save you so much time. And it's especially a lifesaver for those who are newbies. Now, there are two options. You can make it fancy or non-fancy. So let's say if you want it to be fancy, then you should have with a top header, right? With all these headers. But we are not going to have a fancy one because we're just going to do an opt-in page. So we're not going to do this header part. You just need to go ahead and click on covers, and we already have the opt-in page that you can use. This one here, go ahead and click, and you have it here. Right, see how fast it is for you to put out opt-in page without any e-covers. And then this background here, you can just go ahead and click it and change if you don't want this image, which you do not need to have. We just put that as a sample. Just click on set image, and you can put any image you want by uploading your own image, or you can use our stock photos. I could just go ahead and type beach. Just an example, it doesn't have to be beach, but just for the demo purpose, click search. And let's see, well, so many beautiful beach that we have here. Let's say we want to use, let's say this one, right? And now we have a beach background. Now, if you want to have contrast on the background, because if you have this very nice beach picture and you can't really read the text, that's okay. All you can do is you can just change this background in color, and you can add an overlay on it just like that. And if you put parallax, it means that the image doesn't move, but the page, the content move. You see that? If I don't put parallax, then the image follows the entire page. So for design wise, I like to use parallax. It just looks cooler. So this text here, this font here, well, if I want to have a dark background, obviously the font here should be in white color, right? So let me just go ahead and highlight all of this and change this to white. So now it looks nice, right? Same thing here. I'll just highlight all, and then I'll change to white. Get a point, right? And this icon here, you can obviously change. If you don't want this, you can just change. It doesn't have to be this default icons. So now you have your opt-in page done, right? So there are a few more key things that you want to do. So you want to add footer. Click here, and guess how you're gonna do a footer. Well, click on footers for the obvious reason. Click here, and you have your footer, and this is where you have your logo. If you have no logo, then you can just delete this off. Then you are good to go. Then you have all your copyright details, contact details, and so forth. The next part here is that how do you make this live? Now, by the way, you see this, like this is roundish. So to customize that, I'll just click here, and as you can see, I can just change it to be square. It's up to you how you like it to be. Now for the opt-in button here, if you click this plug icon, now here's the cool part. Let's say you are using, say, MailChimp autoresponder. It's not shown here, but we can integrate with MailChimp, and these are the default autoresponder that is currently integrated. If not, then that's all right. You just paste your own autoresponder code here for the autoresponder to function. See how fast you can put out an opt-in page? An hour would be for a beginner who just like trying to figure out how to build a web page. But if you have built web pages before, this takes you like 15 minutes. So we are done with the opt-in page, and I'm going to show you how to create other pages under this same domain name. It's very simple. Just go ahead and click here, and then click new page. And let's say we're going to do a thank you page. Like after they subscribe, they're going to see this page. I'm just going to call it, say, thank you. And you can change the page slot as in like, what is the URL? So let's say your URL is URL website.com, then it will be URL website.com/thank you. That's where the thank you page is. And just so you know, this is all web-based. This is all cloud. You don't need to download anything. You do not need hosting. And you can integrate with your own domain name. So once this is done, click on create page. And then we are going to create our first thank you page. Because it's a thank you page, we don't need to have all the fancy stuff, the templates that here. We don't need it because we're not creating, those advanced designer type of website. Thank you page, I'll just use this template. Click here. And that's it. So at the back here, I can change the background, or maybe I don't want to have background, but I want it to be color, then I can just use just the color, right? So let's change to blue color, right? And let's say this is the blue color that we want, then you just move this here, and then you have your background as blue color. Straightforward, right? Then you have your text here, like thank you for subscribing and so on. Then you can still have a call to action button in case you want to promote something at your thank you page. And then at the bottom here, guess what? You will just add your footer, or if you have anything else you want to do, with all means you can do that. And I'll click footer and I'm good to go. If you want to add image, you can just go ahead and click here and add image. But I'll share with you all these other features that you can do where we want to create like a page. All right. So now the other quick task I'll show to you. Let's say you see there's too much gap here, That's okay. All you need to do is that you just need to change the padding accordingly. So you can change it here. So let me just show to you what do I mean by that. So I will just click on modify padding. So now I can do this. And as you can see, I can change the width, right? So we're just going to keep it like the 0 and not mess with the width. But I want to show you the bottom part here, here. See that? And once I'm done, we're just going to close. Done. And again, if this is, I feel like it's too tall, I will just go ahead and add a spacer. And then I'll just move the spacer up to here. So this is where you can just drag the stuff here. So if you want this button to go up, then you just drag the button up. Now, of course, you're not going to have this here, but I'm just trying to show to you how easy it is for you to move around the elements. And the best part is that, as I mentioned earlier, the element has been constructed, has been designed to be more templates driven so that it's very minimal errors that you can do. This is done. I'll click save and I'm good to go. So now let's say we want to create like a sales page, right? Click here and create. Let's say you're selling a product. Let's say the product name is called product XYZ. So we're just going to put XYZ just for demo purpose. I'll click here. And now the same process, I'll click here. Now we can get fancy. So what kind of cover that you want to start with? Or do you want to have a header? Anyway, this is like another template you can use for an Optin page. So let's click on header here, and then it has all this fancy header. But let's say I don't want to use any fancy header and I just want to keep it like really simple. So all I'll do is that I'll click a blank session and I'll choose one empty blank session. Then I will add the text inside that. So this is where I'm going to put my headline, right? So I'm going to highlight this, and headline could be headline size 1. Well, it looks too small, right? So guess what? You can make it big. If you think this is still too small, then you just change the font size accordingly. You get what I mean, right? Okay, so let's go centralize. Now, if you feel that the website is too wide, now just so you know, there are two schools of thoughts. One is the wide type of website, and the other one, it's more compact. So if you want this to be more compact, no problem. Then just go ahead and modify the padding like what I've shown to you earlier, and you have it. See that? All right, so let's say you have a video. All you need to do is that you just need to click here and then add video. So now this video here, you can take from your video in Vimeo or in YouTube. It's up to you. But just for demo purpose, I'm just going to put a YouTube video. So for our purpose, we're just going to use a YouTube video. I will just go ahead and take this James Bond video, and then I will click share, and I'll copy the link here, come back here, and this is where I will just customize with the YouTube video. So it can be Vimeo or anything and so on. I'm just trying to show you an example. Just want to make it clear that it doesn't have to be YouTube. So same thing, if you want to customize it further, then you just click here, and then I could change to maybe 80%, then it'll just be bigger. See that? And here, if you need to have a spacer, just click here, and then you can just add spacer. And then you drag it up here, and then you have your spacer. Okay, so now you can just continue to add the elements here and so on. And if you have a button, then you click here, then you're just gonna put a button here. And again, this button is too close to the video, right? No problem. We're just gonna add a spacer. And to save time, I can just duplicate here and then move the spacer to the bottom part here. And now this button, I am going to customize it further. I will click here and I will put centralize. So now it's centralized. And as I was shown to you earlier, I can make this button wide to the full size, or I could just leave it this way. Now, but the key thing here I want to share with you is how I can design a full-blown sales page or even a website with the templates and the elements that has been given here. Here's what I mean. Right now here, after I'm done with the top part, I could have like another session here where I could say mention about the features of the product. So I could choose any of these templates here, right? But to make things simple, I will just go ahead and choose one template just for the purpose of demo. I'll go ahead and click this. And then now after this, I have structured this all nicely for me. I could have the e-cover here if I want to. And then now here, I could go ahead and change a different background color so that it's sort of separate the website with like another session. So if you click here, you can see many templates has been created for you to use. If you want to go freestyle, just click blank session. And when you click blank session, it allows you to choose if you want like 1:1:2, like smaller, big, 3:1 proportion, or just one empty space. So let me show you some of the other cool features that we have inside the elements here. If you click here, you can add image, you can add buttons, you can add text, which is the basic one. But there are some other cool features here, including the countdown timer. If you click a countdown timer, then you can add a countdown timer here. Of course, if you click here, then you can adjust, change the countdown feature, and customize the color and so forth. You can even add a quiz if you want and integrate with the default autoresponder that we have inside the system, which is Active Campaign and also MailChimp. And if you are going to sell a product, you can even add payment here. And this will actually be integrated with your Stripe or other payment gateways that you use so that you can have order here. I'm going to go ahead and delete here because it doesn't look nice. But as you can see, this is how you can build a web page up, a sales page up, a content page, a bonus page, a review page. Is up to you how you play with it because we have all the templates that you can just click and go. So let me just go ahead and click save and exit to the dashboard here. And now you'll see here, just to run through with you very quickly, you will see here where you click publish. Once you click publish, it will ask you to integrate with your domain name and you are good to go. The last one I'll share with you is about a quiz, and this is like a real life page that I have just to show you an example. Right, let me just go ahead and click edit here. So this is what we run in Facebook. We run a quiz to capture leads. I've purposely choose to use this Chinese text because I want to show to you that it's multilingual, but we don't need to use this. Let me just go ahead and click back. And we can use the English version. All right, so let me just show to you the preview here. So we do a quiz function here, and they choose, and then they click next, they choose, and then they click next, and then whatever quiz that we have, then we capture the leads here. But what's powerful is that we're able to set the feature so that based on the quiz answer that they have, they'll be redirected to different thank you pages that we have set up with. And that's going to help to increase the conversion, especially when we're running ads from Facebook or Google and so on. And what if you do not have Active Campaign or MailChimp? That's okay because we can also integrate with Zapier, where Zapier would likely be able to integrate with any other autoresponder that you have. There are, of course, autoresponders that are mainstream. So this is a complete page that we design and we use. And I'm using this because I want to show to you that when you're designing the page, you can actually see how it looks like on tablets. just to make sure that this is the design that looks nice, and of course on the phone as well. So it is all mobile compatible. It automatically restructure it to be compatible towards mobile, because nowadays a lot of traffic, your traffic, I would say, could go as high as 50% of your traffic could come from mobile. You just don't know that, right? So there you go. That's the wrap of how to use the Mastermind Page Builder. And this is going to be a lifesaver to many people, especially if you just want to test an offer. You could just use this page and build it up in just hours. Honestly, I do not know what stage you are in right now. Whether you just got started, you are already marketing online, or a newbie. So if you are already marketing online and very happy with your current page builder, capturing leads and generating sales, you can skip this amazing deal that I'm going to extend here for you. Otherwise, what you're going to hear next is very important. The fact is, you need a good page builder to capture leads, share content, or selling products on the internet. There's no way you can start marketing online without this. At the same time, you need a simple one that is super easy to use and made for beginners. This is why I'm making my Mastermind Page Builder available for you, and the investment is only $19 per month, including the hosting server cost and the page builder itself. The package includes 50,000 page views per month, up to 5 domain names integrations, which means that you can have 5 projects, and up to 100 pages for a total 5 domains. But if you decided to go for 1-year subscription instead, here's what I'll do for you today. For just $228 per year, you will get double the quota. Instead of 50,000 page views per month, you're going to get 100,000 page views per month. Instead of 5 domain names integrations, you're going to get up to 10 domain names integrations, which also means 10 projects. And then you're going to get up to 200 pages. Obviously, this is an insane deal for just as little as $19 per month, where you're subscribing annually instead of monthly. Now, because you're on this training, here's a super insane deal. Instead of $228 per year, which is annually, you get to sign up today for a 10-year offer at just $228. 10 years. Seriously, that is as good as lifetime. And for the bonus, I'll extend your limitation to no limit for the following: unlimited pages and unlimited domains. The only catch is I can only open this deal for 35 clients. Why? Because I've worked out my numbers, and that's the amount of investment I'll need at this moment of time to cover my initial operation costs for the Mastermind Page Builder. So extending this discount is a win-win. Click the button to secure your Mastermind Page Builder 10-year deal, which include unlimited pages and unlimited domains for just $228 today. Please note that once you have completed your transaction, if you are the first 35, we'll need a few hours, less than 24 working hours to set it up for you. Click the button now.